Hello and good evening and welcome to the driver's room. My name is Flapjack and today I'm going to be commentating over a special endurance race that we've been doing the past few weeks as well. Obviously, as you can see from the title, it's a 2 hours endurance race and we've got a qualifying beforehand, probably for around 15 minutes. But these drivers will be seeing, sorry, I stand corrected, 30 minutes. So in 30 minutes we should get racing. I should be joined by a co-commentator at some point soon, hopefully before the race starts. We're probably having a longer qualifying because this is a long lap, a 3.5 minute or so lap that the driver will also have to navigate, try and keep clean to get 1, maybe 2 flying laps in. So as we have Smith coming across the line, first person set lap. And I think this is actually quite quick. It's 3:03. Good benchmark. Marco's going a bit slower. About 2.5 seconds back. Now Marty and the BMW coming through. See what he can do. Probably go second. He does. As we see the first examples of pace being set, it's sort of giving us early signs that who's got the pace today. So the grid's divided into teams of 2, each with their own unique liveries, as we're seeing here with the Team Nightmare car. Jeff Cusker, very quick driver, be looking to set a good lap time. It's just right on board with him once he comes to the end of the lap. Seems like a bit of fuel burning going on here. Wee bit of sneaky tactics, trying to get a wee advantage over the rest. But I haven't seen rules against it, so may work for him. There's some very quick drivers though. With quite a long qualifying. The drivers will probably use up a lot of their fuel anyway and move on to the classic free laps then. Trying to get the best qualifying laps towards the end. So we see Smith going for super softs. So he's got the fastest time so far from first round of lap times coming in. Just fractionally slower than his last lap. 305s and 306s. More time to be had, I'm sure. In the Mustang from Marco. Marty should be coming round to start his qualifying lap again here. See Cusker's going quickly again. It's in the top 3 at the minute. There's a few drivers further down here that are ready to put good laps in. James also in the Mustang. Teammate of Marco in the Coca-Cola inspired livery. So we have another approximately 15 minutes of qualifying left to go. So we see a few drivers still yet to put in a lap. Mung is one of those. And he's gone purple in the first sector. It's going very quick, but hopefully the back marker up ahead doesn't hold up his lap. We have a very quick driver coming on to start a lap. BQS Dawson in the BMW, very quick car as well, so could be one of the favourites for a race win today. That puts him on fourth with that lap. See if Nightmare Racer can move up further up the grid. The other Corvette's running well, so it's a fast car for this race. Next better to get a fresh set of tyres and go for a better run next time. There's that other Corvette running up in 5th place at the minute. Just watched Monk's lap where he just got ahead of him. Still a little bit of time on the cards for these drivers. Could get themselves in the better positions. So a few drivers yet to set laps. Stephen Dawson, one of the faster drivers. I think he's just come on to start his first lap. Apologies if there's a little bit of lag appearing, as he's gone for purple in the first sector. So if we may not see it too clearly, we know he's going quick. Just right on board with Dawson as he goes to try and set his first lap. Still another 10 minutes left, so there's still time to get laps if he has a mistake. This could be one of the favourite drivers to get pole in the BMW. Using all of the track, cutting corners as much as you're allowed to. Now 3/10 up on Smith's time. Did miss that lap from Smith, I wasn't paying attention. He sneaked in there with the improvement. So coming into the last corner now, on course for lap time, about 4 tenths quicker than Smith. 3:01.4, and he gets a even faster 3:01.3. Put himself at the top of the grids. See if his competitors have an answer for that. Doesn't look like Smith will be doing it this lap. His teammate Marty, also in the BMW. Both of those cars looking very quick at the front of the field. So you see James having a wee moment. Just losing control. Mustang can be a very unstable car, naturally. Smith comes in for tyres, so he'll do another rotation before he goes for another lap. I'll actually just have a look and see if Dawson's improving at all on his next lap. Coming up to the third sector split. Just marginally slower, but still probably a bit quicker than the times of the other drivers so far. Just see Smith waiting in the pits. Did set a good lap. Could be happy with second place. Cusker isn't though. He's going out for another attempt in a lap or so. Just one just mentioned there, and it's 8 minutes now to the race starts. So far we have Dawson sitting in pole, the best pace out of the drivers so far, with Smith about 5 tenths behind, which isn't a lot around the track like this. Still cars that are very close to each other. Mazda maybe a wee bit slower around this track than the BMW, I'd presume. But a further second and a half, we have Marty back. He can go quicker though. Maybe a bit more pace to be found in that car. Same goes for James in 4th place in the Mustang. Very fast car in the straights. Usually runs very well in the series races in Gran Turismo. So he comes out now to try and set another lap. So see Marty also out on his flying lap. both the front two out and the right laps, we could see the drivers in third, fourth, maybe fifth soon. As we see Cusker coming on to now setting up her lap as well. Let's just have a look on board with James as he's coming up to the next sector split. See how this lap's going for him. He's down 2/10. There's a lot more lap left, so he could still pull something out. Marty's improving, but he still has a mountain to climb to try and get up to second place. But still third place on the grid. Good position from the start of the race to do well. Cusker also marginally improving. Could be dangerous though if he keeps going like this to the end of the lap with pretty fresh tyres, pretty light car. Might be able to jump James unless James manages to improve his time. Just riding board with Marty, see if he does set a time to sort of put him a bit further ahead, secure his second place a bit more. So see Dawson's come into pits, maybe changing tyres for the start of the race. And Marty takes a big chunk out of the difference between himself and Smith. Maybe we can carry that momentum on for another lap. Slightly lighter fuel. Lighter car, I mean, with less fuel. I think James might be increasing his time as well. Or decreasing, I mean. Marginally so. Cusker was running dangerous with the wee bit out of shape out of that corner specifically, but seen from the times earlier he was running well. Maybe move up a position. I think this should be near the end of qualifying now, any moment now. See Cusker does move ahead of James. So it's James in fourth, Cusker in third, Marty in second and Smith, your top four. And then Marco, Stephen, he's still in the lap. Quite early days. Mung's hoping maybe for one more lap. Although I think he's getting ready to start the race, going by the look of that. So we have Nightmare Racer coming up to finish his lap. Pits himself. Just marginally slower, doesn't improve his time.